And good afternoon, race fans. Welcome here to Auto Club Speedway of Southern California as we're getting set for our third race of Season 1 of the TMSRA Diva Series. Of course, last week we were at Arizona as we continue the second of two races out on the West Coast. And we're here for a 38-lap event here at the Auto Club Speedway of Southern California. It's going to be a very good, fun race here today. 38 laps on tap here today. Sarah Costello starts on the pole position for today's race. Costello comes in this race 31st in the point standings. So first two races have not gone the way she wanted. Alongside with her is Chrissy House. Chrissy House on the other side has two top tens so far in the first two races. Comes in this race fourth in the points. Sydney Ball, disappointing result last week, dropped 10 spots to 34th in the point standings. And Skylar Davidson, who comes in this race 36 in the points after an run last week at Arizona. There is a look at your points over here, all the way down to 40th position. It's time to get these cars rolling out. Let's get these cars rolling behind the Pontiac Grand Prix pace car. And let's go over the top 10 in the points, presented by Golden Corral. Help yourself to happiness. Trinity Lee comes into this race as your points leader. She has a 17-point lead over Natalie Fisher. Liliana Bata, with her win last week, jumped all the way up to third in the points. Chrissy House, I just mentioned, is fourth in the point standings in the making sure I don't derp, in the 13 on the outside of the front row. Kaylee Rankin jumped up 5 spots to 5th in the standings. Lisa Evans dropped 2 spots to 6th. June Bailey went down a spot. She's now 7th in points. Ingrid Pollard dropped 5 spots last week at Arizona. She's now 8th in the points. Jessie Art moved up 2 spots. She is 9th in the point standings. And Ariel Moore complete the top 10 after a nice run last week at Arizona. "40 drivers." You can check down the description, or actually, I have actually showed you the starting grid. If I haven't, here it is again. There's the top 28. There's the rest of your starting grid. A lot of drivers, number of drivers running well in points, starting near at the rear of the field. So, see how it goes. 40 drivers ready to go racing. Of course, Kelly Boston was the points leader last week. She dropped all the way to 11th in the points. We're green at Auto Club. Let's go California Dreamin' Racing, y'all. Chrissy House, going to take the lead. As I mentioned, came in this race 4th in the points. And she's going to lead lap number 1. Right behind her is Kelly Boston. Kelly Boston, before this season in the Divas series, the last time I've seen Kelly Boston in a series was the Canon Pro Series event that Alex Hawkins did on his channel. As we got a crash in the back. I just saw a crash in the back as we're going to check. That's Sarah Costello, and that's the points leader, Trinity Lee, involved. It's like Jennifer Power was collected in whatever this incident was, or might have been collected in that incident. The caution is already out on lap number 2. And that's big with the points leader being involved in this. Let's make sure these drivers slow down. And it looks like they are going to slow down. Leading us back to the caution was Kelly Boston. She gets her 5 points. But what a shame for Trinity Lee. Sarah Costello, a lot of damage to the Aaron's Dream Machine. Let's take a look at the replay to see what happened. This is going into turn 3. See, they were like 4 wide, but the problem was the 4 car. That was Cecilia McDonald. Squeezed down in the 04, got the 92 collected, and look at this hit. Bam! That's square on for the 99. The 4 also has some damage. That's McDonald, so she's going to have some damage. Took all 4 cars into the wall. That's driver's side for Sarah Costello. That's head on the wall for the Sprint Chevy Monte Carlo of Trinity Lee. It looks like Trinity Lee's day is going to come to an end. Sarah Costello did not need another bad finish. 31st in the point standings. Boy, she did not need this. And yes, Cecilia is on pit road as a result. Let's get ourselves to the restart. That means we're going to have a new points leader possibly after today's race. Got to figure out where the gal that came in this race second in the points, Natalie Fisher. I don't see her. She's probably somewhere to... Oh, nope, there she is, 23rd. Of course, Natalie Fisher is the gal that's trying to run down Trinity Lee for the points lead. And if she's not... And if she doesn't capitalize, we're going to have to find out where Liliana Bata is. I think she's up the back of the field. So, to the green, Kelly Boston the leader, Chrissy House second, Hallie Parker third, June Bailey 4th, April Winters 5th, Luna Farmer 6th, Harley Percy 7th, Dakota Lee 8th, Lucy Granger 9th, Sydney Ball complete the top 10. Sydney really needs a good run after a disappointing result. Only driver out of the race is the points leader of Trinity Lee. So that's good news for gals that are trying to run her down for the points lead. As we're back to green on lap number 7, starting lap 7 of 38. So as there were no lap cars, it's a single file restart. Of course, last week we had, I believe, 2 cautions at Arizona. We've already had our first caution here today, after we had none in the season opener. April Winter's going to go for the race lead. She comes in this race 13th in the points. Had a good run last week at Arizona. Sarah Costello, Jennifer Power off the pace. Looks like Cecilia McDonald is up to speed. So her damage on her Geico Monte Carlo didn't affect her. There's Liliana Bata. She's dropping back to 3rd in the point standing, or dropping back, not running well. The gal that was trying to run down Trinity Lee for the points lead, there she is. That's Natalie Fisher in the 80. A teammate to the 37 of Emily Green, just like the 88 and 87 are teammates. Chrissy House. Gotta see where Chrissy is. Chrissy's right up there. And, of course, she came as race 4th in the points. And, of course, she is ahead of all of her championship contenders. Dakota Lee gonna take the race lead from April Winters. Dakota Lee lost 7 spots. She's down to 28th position in the points. Lucy Granger. There's Courtney Lynn. Courtney trying to bounce back after she was involved in a bad finish last week. Came in this race 37th in the points. Of course, she is the hometown lady. This is her home race. And it's also where her team owner, Nathan Orman, is from. Of course, Nathan Orman, one of two California teams who has a shop here in California, the other being Timmy Turner. And of course, you saw Timmy Turner. Of course, you'll see Timmy Turner in action tonight in the Monster Energy Series over at Atlanta. You'll see him tonight. Of course, this race is on the weekend of Atlanta. So we have a double header for you guys like we did yesterday for the Trucks and the Buffalo Wild Wings Series. As April Winters leads. Of course, April Winters won the truck race yesterday. Now that she has a win, we'll see if she can get herself into the top 30 in the point standings. As Lucy Granger is leading. When I say get in the top 30 in points, that's for the Coca-Cola Truck Series that she's running, because she did turn 18 on the Ricky weekend. She did miss the truck race because she didn't turn 18. Now that she got a win, that will definitely put her possibly... She's got to make sure that win counts towards the spot in the playoffs. Here's a driver who really needs a good run. Claire Olivera, 38th in the point standings. It has not been a good start to the season for the Payday Monte Carlo. Lucy Granger, by the way, came in this race 23rd in the point standings. I see the 49. That's Alex Winters. Those are the sisters right there. Alex and April. Alex Winters runs the number 03 Ford in the AutoZone Amateur Series. Of course, we haven't seen her in action since Daytona. That was back last month. And if I recall, she, I got to get used to saying the word she, because normally when you say the name Alex, you're thinking of a guy, not a gal. But here, you have to say a gal. But anyway, Alex Winters, I think she only did okay at Daytona. Even though Alex Winters is not 18, to be fair, there's no age restrictions in the Amateur Series, unlike Trucks, Buffalo Wild Wings, and the Monster Energy Series, where there is an age restriction. There's none here in the Divas Series, because we don't do age restrictions in this series. As Dakota Lee will take the lead. Of course, Dakota Lee, part of the development program for Daniel Voiles Racing. Dakota, as I said, 28th in the point standing, so leading a lap. Really going to help her in the, hopefully in the chase for the championship. Of course, there is no playoff system for this. It's just whoever gets the most points here in the Diva Series wins the championship. Simple as that. And we're only on race 3. There's Nina Cambridge. Nina Cambridge failed to qualify for the truck race. But you'll see her in action in the Monster Energy Series. Of course, she drives the number 0 Del Taco Audi RS4. Cambridge also failed to qualify for Ricky because qualifying was rained out. It went by points last week. Kelly Boston going to take the lead. Of course, Kelly Boston is 18 years old. think I heard some scraping. I heard scraping. Yep, caution's out. Dakota Lee just got wrecked. And that's going to save the 99 and the 92 from going a lap down as a result. Second caution is we're at the halfway point of today's race. And it looks like Claire Oliveira from Brazil will lead us back to our caution. So that's a nice bonus points for the 21 team. They needed that after a struggling start. Boy, Dakota Lee was having a good run. Unfortunately, she just got dumped. Now, let's see how she got dumped. Let's see. She's racing the 7. That is Wanda McBride, sorry. All the 49 got tight. That's Alex Winters. She came up, got in the Hallie Parker, and that's what put Dakota Lee into the wall. Looks like 79 also got a little bit of the wall. A lot of damage to the 31W Chevy Monte Carlo. And, of course, the leaders are not going to come to pit road. There are no pit stops in the Divas series. 38 laps. Everybody can make it on fuel for 38 laps. 62 degrees, by the way. Winds blowing northwest at 12 miles an hour. Of course, Nina Cambridge will fly out to Atlanta to get ready for the get ready for the race at Atlanta tonight. You'll see that here on this channel at 7:30 Eastern Time, which will be, like I said, later today. Of course, unlike this race where this is a premiere, it was already streamed, so you're going to get ready to see that race coming up shortly. Dakota Lee has continued on. Olivera leads. Wanda McBride second. Kelly Boston third. Nina Cambridge fourth. April Winters fifth. Sixth, Tatiana Guerra. Haven't talked much about that 12 car a lot today. Hannah Percy seventh. Lucy Granger 8th, Lauren Grubius 9th, and 10th is Emily Green. Tatiana lost 9 spots last week at Arizona, as we're back to green. So talk about a bounce-back result needed for that 12 Supercuts Chevy out of Fitz Bradshaw Racing. Make sure I'm saying this name right. Yeah. Clara Oliveira from Brazil, currently the leader. She is one of, I believe, 2 Brazilians in this field, the other being Beatriz Campos. They're both from the Sao Paulo area. The only Brazilian drivers we have in the field. Amy Pruitt's back here, not having a good run here today. Pruitt came in as race 21st in the points, so she's definitely going to take a hit. Luna Farmer's not running well. Skylar Davidson, that's going to be 3 bad races in a row for that 18. As Annie James, of course, Annie James finished last week at Arizona. She's not going to do well again this week.
Those are yours right here.
Oh. Okay. Let me do this. Trash that. I'll look at these 2. Oh, yeah, trash that. I need to get me a car sooner or later. Speaking of a car, there's Ariel Moore.
Oh, this is it's a community education program.
Pelican Tax Service. Oh, please. I don't know what else is on there. Where's the name? I need to keep this because this is a gift card.
This is just rounders.
Oh. We'll probably keep it in case we need it. Mm-hmm. Ooh, that was close there. 37 nearly got into the 12. That's Emily Green.
2 tax returns. DoorDash.
You can toss that as well.
Okay.
The gift
card.
Can't believe I got me a gift card.
Yeah, lucky you. This is for me. Says attention Indian landowners.
Check meal. At least we have a Slim Chickens out here. We may actually go to Slim Chickens.
Okay.
Since I have this this little deal. Lucy Granger, by the way, the leader. Lucy Granger is going to run the second half of the AutoZone Amateur Series later this year, as Kelly Boston, the leader, as we're at 10 laps of racing to go. I also did not mention this to anybody. I'll go ahead and mention this now. If a driver already has a ride in the 3 Series for 2024, they will, as I'm losing my train of thought here, if whoever wins the championship, as long as they do not, and I repeat, do not have a ride for 2024, they will win a reserve ride in the Truck Series next season. Now, that is, of course, how that's going to work going forward. They would also get a charter unless they already have one. Now, if they're not in the Truck Series for 2024, that will apply to them for 2025. So, there you go. As Kelly Boston, as Amy Pruitt's really having a struggling day in 36. Kelly Boston trying to become our first repeat winner of the season. But here comes Wanda McBride in the 7. Recently, Wanda McBride was acquired from Nathan Orman Motorsports from Daniel Voiles Racing for a couple of draft picks. So Wanda McBride will definitely have a good relationship over there, and I wish her good luck over at Nathan Orman Motorsports. Chrissy House looks like she's going to be the one that's going to capitalize, because I don't see where Fisher is, as we're down to 6 to go. Where is Natalie Fisher? And remember, she's the gal that's trying to run down Trinity Lee for the points lead. She's all the way back here in 14th. And Liliana Bata is up to 5th. So it's going to be between Bata and House on who will take the points lead heading into next week's race. Which next week's race, we're going to Nashville. Kelly Boston does not have any plans announced for 2024, so although there's going to be some rumors she's going to run some Truck Series races on a part-time schedule for next season for Daniel Voiles Racing. Most notably the 22 truck, because Erica Douglas, who's driving the 22 truck this season in the Coca-Cola Truck Series, that team will be an all-star team next year. And Sydney Ball, who is in this field in the 87, will have the charter from the 22 team, so Sydney Ball can run for the Rookie of the Year honors next year. There's Claire Olivera. Claire really needed a good run. Like I said, right near the bottom of the cellar of the points table, 38 to be exact, and this is a well-needed run for this 21 team. after the first two races have been a complete disaster. Coming to 3 laps of racing to go here at Auto Club. Want to remind everybody this telecast is presented by the authority of the Motorsports Racing Association and the Pacifico Sports Racing Association, and it may not be reproduced or retransmitted in any form. And the account description of this broadcast may not be disseminated without the express written consent of the Motorsports Racing Association and the Pacifico Sports Racing Association. PCSRA and TMSRA want to thank you fans for your support. We hope you enjoyed today's broadcast. Nina Cambridge trying to take the lead from Kelly Boston as we're coming to 2 laps of racing to go. Keep in mind, lap traffic could come into play before this thing is over with. And of course, for the DVR's development program, this is going to try to determine who would get those spots. Of course, they won't be in it next season because, like I said, with Sydney Ball, confirmed she's going full-time for Daniel Voiles Racing in the Truck Series next season, regardless where that, because that charter the 22 has, as we're at the white flag, will be kept for another season. White flag for Nina Cambridge, who just took the lead. We are on the last lap of the race. Down the back straightaway we go. The 22 looks like she's going to win this race. I don't think anybody's going to have a challenge. They're 3 wide for second. I think that's going to be it. Nina Cambridge, coming off turn number 4, will win at Auto Club Speedway of Southern California. And Nina Cambridge needed a good run. Came in this race 35th in the points. She's going to do her hopes of getting her season turned around a whole lot of good. Standings are not yet official. I apologize. Last week when I tried to do the export, NR2.3 used the St. Louis Deadbird strategy on me. Now let's see if it'll do it to me this week. Hopefully it won't. And it does it again. I don't get it. Hang on. I will fix it later. I don't know what the deal is. I don't know what's going on with my score 4. I gotta get it fixed. But apparently it's not saving my results for some reason. I don't know. I do apologize for that. I may have to delete some stuff to get more space. But I'll try to get the export taken care of. And it's not saving my freaking results. I will have to try to save this really soon. I need to save it because if I don't, we're going to have a serious problem. And that's 2 weeks in a row I've had problems with my export. So I will need to dig deeper and find out what's causing it to not accept it. But anyway, standings are official. I will try to get the export fixed, hopefully. But Nina Cambridge is the winner. Claire Olivera comes home in second. Chrissy House third. Prudence Martindale fourth. Kelly Boston fifth. April Winters, Wanda McBride, Liliana Batson, Natalie Fisher, and Lucy Granger complete the top 10s. Look on down through the remainder of the finishing results. We are definitely going to have a point shaker-upper, as we only had 39 drivers finish on the lead lap. Jennifer Power was the last one to finish on the lead lap, and nobody finished the lap down. Trinity Lee was the only driver who finished out of the race. But that's going to do it from Auto Club Speedway. Hopefully I can get the export fixed, or else we're going to have a major problem with me doing the points. But it's going to get shaken up a bit heading into next week. I think Chrissy House will take the points lead heading into next week, depending if depending if the export wants to work with me or not. Thank you for watching today's race on the TMSRA and PCSRA Sports and Gaming channels. If you enjoyed it, be sure to give this video a like, subscribe to become part of the PCSRA and TMSRA crew today. We showed your full finisher results. You will see your point standings in our pre-race show next week from from the where are we going? Oh yeah, we're going to Nashville next week. Hopefully the export problem is going to be fixed, or we're going to have a serious problem. So hopefully we can get that fixed sooner or later. Be sure to join the PCSRA and TMSRA Discords. Links are down below. Until then, I've been Divas signing off. You've been watching a production of the TMSRA, the best motorsports racing since 2023, and another broadcast courtesy of PCSRA TV, the best in our racing since 2017. Goodbye from Auto Club Speedway.